Hi Leo, this will be a general 6-card spread pertaining to the energies and messages. So let's get straight into it. Leo, wow, 4 of Wands, 6 of Cups, very beautiful. The Death card, the Hierophant, 8 of Pentacles, and the Fool card. Okay, pretty good. Starting with the top left, Leo, we have the 4 of Wands. Amazing. This is a card of celebration, of union, of joining together, of celebrating an event, someone else's love, your own love. This could be a wedding or an engagement that's coming up. Interestingly, you do have the Hierophant here as well. So there could be either a wedding that you'll be attending. You could be planning your own wedding, or someone might be getting married around you. And the 4 of Wands could indicate this celebration that takes place. That's very exciting. In a relationship sense, I really feel like you're seeing, for those that in existing relationships, you really are seeing the potential of someone around you to be a partner. You could see yourself with potentially a marriage partner with the 4 of Wands here. It's all about celebrating your union as well. There could be an upcoming anniversary that's being celebrated this month between the two of you. Maybe you're thinking about renewing your wedding vows here with the Hierophant and the 4 of Wands. And this could planning around this could certainly take place. But it's a celebration of some kind. For those that are single, I would advise you get out and about and you attend events, because there could potentially be someone you meet there. We do have the 6 of Cups, we do have the Fool card, we have the Hierophant, so this can be, especially with the Death card as well, this can indicate complete new beginnings in romance. For others, there could be an ending that's coming up with the Death card. The Death card speaks about a major ending here. And the 8 of Pentacles can indicate dispersal or distribution of funds and assets, etc. So for some of you that might be going through your divorce, it looks from these cards here that it will be a pretty smooth process. There might be a few minor hiccups as indicated by the Fool card, but for the most part, I think it will be quite a smooth transaction for those undergoing that. But for others, I really feel like you're talking about marriage. You know, it's coming up. Your friends are asking you about it. Your family is asking you about it. You're starting to search for people that are more marriage quality. And for some of you, you have someone around you. It could be a childhood sweetheart. You do have the 6 of Cups that you might end up married to. This person could be in your social circle right now. You could also meet them on travels. You do have the Fool card as well, but I love the 4 of Wands. In a work situation, as I said, it is still a celebration of some kind. It could be a merger, it could be a union, or it could be signing of a contract, collaborating with another business, a sponsor maybe, but it does speak about important people and important celebrations as well. Could be birthdays. You might be celebrating someone's birthday. Maybe someone's leaving. You do have the Death card. This can speak of major endings, so it could be maybe you're leaving the workplace, or a fellow colleague is leaving the workplace, and there's a certain celebration that will be held in their honor. The next card over is the 6 of Cups. This is a beautiful card of romance, joy, bliss, happiness, children, blossoming, development. This is potentially a beautiful new romance that's coming in for some of you Leos. In particular, we have a Scorpio here, we have a Taurus, an Aries. Look at these two cards here. We see these two children, and there's just such innocence, purity that comes with this card. So for those that are entering new relationships or meeting someone new, it will develop and blossom quite beautifully, quite effortlessly. But it's still in its early stages, so you need to give it time, Leo. Don't press anyone, because perhaps they're not ready yet. With the Fool card, maybe they still have a bit of traveling or adventure they need to do before they can couple up and be exclusive and be in a potentially a marriage or engaging relationship. For those that are coupled up, there could be pregnancy. With the Death comes life. It's almost like this very honeymoon phase that's happening around you, I think, for those that are in relationships, whether it's an existing relationship and you've been together for X amount of years. I feel that the spark will be reignited this month. And it could have something to do with children if you have some. So this could be planning children, becoming pregnant, possibly becoming pregnant not long after marriage. It could be during a honeymoon, or it could be you have your children visiting if you have grown children. Maybe they're getting married. There's definitely news of a union, whether it's your grown children might be getting married or meeting someone they're seriously contemplating on getting married to. I think you'll hear news from this, but it's good. It shows, that your children are growing and completing and enduring these wonderful milestones in life. So I think that's really quite positive with the Six of Cups. It could be something educational as well. You might be starting to study or learn about something new. In a work situation, I feel like something is in its early stages. Either you've just recently signed a contract, or you're working on something, on a project, on a creative pursuit, maybe on a business. You do have the Eight of Pentacles here. You're working hard. You've got your head down, working hard to achieve those finances, to sell that product, to offer that service. So I do feel for the most part it's quite a busy month. It could be memories. I feel like you're sharing memories this month, whether it's with a loved one, family members, a spouse, a friend. It's almost like a trip down memory lane with the Six of Cups. Now you do have the Death card. This is major endings, major beginnings, major transformation, putting an end to something that no longer serves you. A big part of your life could change this month, Leo, in work or relationships or just generally. The Four of Wands could also indicate a new home. We do see this castle, and behind the Six of Cups we see these children here. So it could be that you're moving and you're setting up a new life somewhere else. It could possibly be relocation. But with death comes life, and it's almost like a cycle. So you may be completing a cycle. You might hear of loss. There could be loss in the family. There could be loss in your social circle, around someone, around an employer. There could be major endings with this person. Ending of marriages, ending of, loved ones, ending of lives. It could be loss. That's what the Death card represents. But it also represents life. So with death comes life. We see this cycle. And so the cycle goes. There could be a prominent Scorpio around you as well. It's coming in. Maybe not yet. It could be an office romance, someone that is married, someone that has children as well. It could also be a heightened religious or spiritual experience you may experience. It could be a dream, it could be a premonition, it could be messages, synchronicity from the universe, from loved ones, very peculiar things happening that you may read into, Leo, and see that there's more meaning to them than you think. So watch out for these signs, because they could be here. Some could be ending a relationship with the Fool card. Definitely walking away from something that was, or someone that was a part of your life for quite a long time. These are general messages because they do contrast each other, and there's a certain amount of scenarios that could play out this month. The next card over, you have the Hierophant. It's almost like the marriage card. In relationships, I feel as though there's either some serious stalking going on. It could be someone from your past with the Death card that reaches out to you. Maybe wants a second chance. Maybe wants to gain your trust again. But with the Hierophant, it can indicate that there's particularly a Taurus here with the Hierophant that's coming in. This person could already be married, be engaged, or already have a child. Maybe they're divorced and they have a child. This could be a romantic partner that's coming in with the Hierophant, yes. Or this could be that you might even be reviewing photos of a past love or a past romance this month. You might find old photos. You might find old photos on your social media account, or they might just pop up randomly for you and you think, wow, okay, I'm going to look at these and reflect back on what I had, because the Hierophant is almost like we're looking to something in reverence. So you might get inspired, or you might feel nostalgic. You might feel, it might evoke a certain emotion in you, Leo, this month. It can be contacting someone through social media as well, someone that you once knew from your childhood, doesn't have to be romantic. It can be an old friend, an old associate, someone you grew up, someone that lived in in the same neighborhood. You might bump into this person or hear from this person this month. But I do like, it does represent a priest, so it can also indicate sort of religious and spiritual experiences this month, or visiting a religious house or temple or place. In a work sense, I feel as though you'll be consulting someone of higher importance. If it's not you that has the top authority or is at the top of the hierarchy in your current workplace, then it's showing that you almost like you need to get approval from someone, because the Eight of Pentacles shows that you're working hard to achieve something, to present something forward. And I think it's to this Hierophant. They don't have to be an earth sign, they don't have to be a Taurus, they don't have to be a male, but it's this superior energy with the Hierophant here, and it's almost like you're working towards to show them a piece of work, or working towards achieving something so you can show them how you work or where your creativity lies potentially. As I said before, it could be stalking on social media as well, or finding something out through social media. It could be loss, it could be about a wedding, about an engagement. Maybe your ex is getting married. It could be. The next card over is the Eight of Pentacles though. Working towards abundance. If you have your own business, in their work situation, I see you very busy. I see you creating something, a project, an idea. Could be in its early stages as indicated by the Six of Cups. It could be something you're working towards. It could be something brand new with the Death card and the Fool. It could be something you got inspired by online, through social media, or some sort of inspiration with the Hierophant here. But it's you working on your craft. You've got your head down and you're creating. There's lots of ideas that are coming to you, and you're working on them in the physical, whether with a hammer, whether with a needle, whether with a pen, or a website, a laptop, and something electronic. You're physically working on yourself, your business, your craft, your creative pursuits, designing, creating, mending, renovating. Could also be renovating. We do have the nice family homes here in the other two cards, the Four of Wands and the Six of Cups. So it could be renovations as well. It could be higher education, working on degree, certification, anything that helps to increase your skills, anything that benefits you in the physical. It could be finances as well. You might be working on your finances. For example, putting aside finances for stocks, putting aside finances for term deposits, putting finances aside for renovating or for saving, for adventure. Maybe you have the Fool card. This is a card of adventure. There could also be a collaboration in a work situation, collaborating with someone. Could be a Taurus, Scorpio, or a fire sign, fellow Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius that you're collaborating with, because we have the union with the Four of Wands, and it's something you're working towards with the Eight of Pentacles as well. So maybe there's a potential work, finance, collaboration happening there. In relationships, it's all about having your head down and working on the physical components of your relationship. How your significant other perceives you and how you perceive them. Working on gaining their affection, their love, their attention, their admiration as well. Next card over is the Fool card. New beginnings, new starts, journeys, ventures, breakthroughs. Some of you are going on a holiday, on a trip. You might be invited to a wedding that is overseas in a different city, maybe different state, province, country that is completely foreign to you. Maybe you haven't been there before. It could be a first-time experience. But you're stepping out on the ledge here. So you're surrendering to what will be. And I like this card. It indicates that, you've got the flower in your hand here. You've got your backpack. You're ready to go. You're ready to venture. You're ready to take the plunge. Moving forward with optimism. The Fool can be seen as someone that is naive though, maybe gullible in some aspects. Could be foolish behavior in a relationship. I don't think so though. Looking at these other cards, I really feel like you're moving forward in leaps and bounds. With the Fool card, I almost feel like you're taking a chance, whether it's on a person, it's on a collaborator in business, could be a travel opportunity. It speaks about a journey, and I feel it's more in the physical sense rather than like a spiritual or an emotional journey. I feel like you're progressing in leaps and bounds, you're physically moving forward. Because all these other cards pretty much lean towards the physical world instead of the emotional and spiritual. I mean, it could be, especially with the Death card and the Hierophant, this sort of enlightenment or just seeking to gain more clarity, maybe reading about spiritual authors, inspirational authors, motivational speakers, philosophy. It could be this. Could be the past coming back, wanting a second chance. But the cards are really, really positive, Leo. It could be a surge of energy. You're very busy, you're in demand, you're moving forward with the Fool card, you're taking a leap. So I think there's very, very good progress. And see what's happening in these relationships here. We can see there's movement, there's progression, perhaps celebration, or there's blossoming of romance. There could be some major endings for some of you. But let's have a look. I'll be using my Egyptian deck here. I'll take out this card. Okay, the Knave of Pentacles. In relationships, the Knave of Pentacles is a scribe of commerce. It's a financial transaction. It can also speak of physical offers that are coming in. So I feel like you'll be approached by people this month. For singles, it could be via social media. It could be through friends. It could be through someone you've known when you were younger, because we do have the Six of Cups. It could also be someone from a work situation, or someone that's already in your social circle, I feel. It could be someone that works in finance, because it is the Knave of Pentacles, someone that has their own business, their self-governing business, or autonomous role, title maybe, or is an investor. For those that are coupled up, I feel as though you're overlooking your finances. You're somehow either joining finances, closing accounts, or meeting with accountants. Maybe it has something to do with opening a children's bank account as well. It could be that with the Knave of Pentacles. Could also be an earth sign, strong earth energy, Taurus in particular, Capricorn or Virgo that's coming in with the Knave of Pentacles. So it can be someone under this sign, or it could be that you are, again, doing the physical. We spoke about this in the general read, just we touched on it lightly, but the Knave of Pentacles is achieving goals in the physical realm, buying that home, opening up an account, working on finances, saving for a trip. It could be travel documents that you're signing as well, travel insurance, anything to do with these finances is coming up this month with the Knave. So financial transactions. It could be that an ex might come back. Maybe they owe you money or you owe them money, because the Death card is someone from your past here. So maybe they're giving you something you're entitled to. It could be you're undergoing a divorce currently, or it could be that funds that have been owed to you, an asset, a car, a material possession that is yours might come back to you through your relationships. Could be with friends, lovers, spouses, etc. with the Knave of Pentacles. Could be, again, paying for a wedding, paying for a child's wedding, paying for your own wedding. It's financial transactions. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles. Again, Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo. The Eight of Pentacles has come up twice now. So there's this need to to work hard. There's a need to save money. There's a need for expansion, but there's abundance, and it's coming double. I think for those that are single and have tried to, have been trying to pursue an earth sign, I think your hard work will pay off. Or I think you'll be working even harder to find stability with this sign. I see you perhaps committing or trying in this relationship much more than you have in the past, Leo. The Eight of Pentacles speaks about abundance, so it could be that you're taken somewhere very nice. You're taken to a nice venue on a date this month. It could be, again, that you're working on your finances in relationships. For some of you that have earth sign partners, I think business is going exceptionally well for them. They might sign a deal and that will bring in a lot of money. And you might take this money and use it for the family home, spend it on your children, spend it on a holiday for all of you together. But I think success-wise, it doesn't have to be a lover. It can be someone you're very close to. It can be a friend that's under an earth sign, but there's a lot of success and abundance around them. And I think you'll be part of that. They'll share that with you. So again, if you're recently dating or you're in a marriage, I feel like you'll be visiting a lot of places with children. It could be funerals, it could be christenings, it could be weddings, it could be engagements, it could be, bar mitzvahs, it could be a variety of events that you'll be attending and somehow contributing to that, whether it's financially or in some physical aspect. For single folk, I think someone quite wealthy is coming in around you. A lot of communication with this person. They're quite practical though, and I think you'll appreciate this, Leo. They're grounded, they're practical. Again, it's either they come from a large family, they have younger siblings, or they've previously been engaged or in a marriage or have had children. They may even have someone they've lost around them as well recently. Okay, the Lovers card, very nice. Someone will be love struck. Look at the Cupid attempting to, what looks like he's about to strike this lady with love. So for some, you're in a lot of admiration over someone, because we did have the Hierophant under here. We had the Fool, we had the Six of Cups. So it's almost like you're love struck. So for singles, I feel like there's someone coming in that you'll be really excited about. You'll almost feel like, what is this? Why am I so attracted to this person? What is it that's drawing me to this person, and why? It could be a third-party situation, but I feel like you're either A, selecting from two people around you, two females, two males around you, but one is, the feelings for one are just completely undeniable and probably something you haven't experienced before. It's almost like you feel like a child again, you feel like a teenager, you feel giddy, you feel excited, you want to know about this person. They evoke emotion in you that is just something you either have never experienced or something you are about to experience, or something you've had a taste of, but now it's a whole new level here with the Lovers card. This talks about destiny. It's Cupid. It's an energy above us that has brought you, the two of you, together, and there's a reason why you're attracted. It's almost like fate is dangling this person in front of you, so there's a reason why you're interested, because it's brought you together and you're very attracted and drawn to each other. It's almost like a magnetic pull, and I think that's why you'll be working hard. And we see the flowers here. This person could be very thoughtful and very romantic. And this will sit very well with you, Leo. This is a person that could potentially be in your long-term future. With the Lovers card here. It could be that you receive a promise ring, or there's a lot of serious talk about marriage and engagement as well. It could happen very suddenly. You know, the Cupid does come around very suddenly, and as soon as he releases that, as soon as the bow leaves, as soon as the arrow leaves the bow, it's, you know, anything's possible. All bets are off. So I like this. This is very exciting. It's a very, like, I feel excited just talking about it, because it's something that will make you really, really excited, Leo. Like, I'm excited for you. In existing relationships, it's for some of you, if there's a divorce or there's a parting, I feel as though this person, your partner or yourself, will find someone else very, very quickly thereafter. So if you've recently parted with someone, you've parted ways, you've gone separate ways in your relationships or your marriages or your partnerships, de facto relationships, etc. I feel as though you will meet someone very soon after this parting. And if it's not you, it's possibly them. Because we see the Cupid, there's two people around. So you may be going on this ending with the Death card, but endings bring new beginnings. So I feel a new beginning, as further indicated by the Fool card, will push you in that direction. Let's have a look at your work situations, career and creative. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is proceeding with caution. There's ambiguity. The need to read into something, and maybe not all is everything that it seems. And we have the Eye of Horus here, so we need to be alert in careers. There is foolish behavior, so this could indicate that there is a certain situation here. Maybe it's a project you've been working hard towards. There could be someone around you that leaves quite suddenly, Leo. If you have a business or you're working for a company or a corporation, I feel like someone's sudden departure with the Death card could end up in a little bit of turmoil career-wise. This could be in the form of competition as well. You may experience competition in the work sense, competing businesses, competing markets, competing colleagues with the Nine of Pentacles. But it's the need to proceed with caution. It could be that someone wants to see you leave, Leo. Someone wants to see you leave a job, leave a workplace. It could be envy, it could be jealousy as well. Could be termination for some of you. Or you could be leaving. But the Nine of Pentacles in this Egyptian deck is tread lightly in career. I can see you're working towards something and you will be looked upon favorably. And I think there's a reason why this is coming up, is because it could be an earth sign again, Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo, it could be Scorpio, Aries. But this person will see your success and feel quite envious of it. And I think that's because you're being quite productive and you're inspiring and you've got your head down and you're very focused to see a project nurture and grow and develop. Could be with a contract as well. We did speak about unions and contracts with the Four of Wands. And in a work sense, it could be that this person could be married actually. If it is this person that's being a bit funny, odd, competitive, envious, it could be someone that is married, someone that has children. That's coming up with the Nine of Pentacles here. Could be with money or salaries as well. So you might find, and the 8 and the 9 flow consecutively. So you might find you'll go through a period of abundance and hard work and a lot of contribution and inspiration and creativity. And thereafter you will encounter maybe some turbulent, odd, strange behavior or changes that might be made. So just keep an eye on your finances and tread lightly. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Again, you have a lot of pentacles here. There's a strong earth sign. Could be a woman in particular. Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo that's coming up with the Queen of Pentacles. In the Queen of Pentacles in this deck, she rules marriage, assets, and abundance. For those that have their own business, have their own clients, etc., I feel like there might be a married couple. You have the Knave and the Queen of Pentacles here. There could be a married couple that you might make a lot of money off, or you might be dealing with a lot of this month. Say, for example, you're a lawyer, you're in conveyancing, litigation. There could be a married couple that's looking over their estates, their wills, etc. And this will be coming up. But there's wealth around this person. Could be investors as well. You might find an investor in a business, joining the stock market. But she does rule abundance. It could even be that you might make a certain amount of money or get a certain amount of praise, and in a sense that makes people jealous because there is abundance coming, which is good. This is growth of career. Remember, we spoke about this major transformation and you honing in on your craft here. This could be asking for funds from a financial institution as well, or lending funds to your child so they can start a business of their own maybe, or their own like self-employment or consultancy or own service or product independent of that of their company maybe. Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is possible setbacks, stagnancy, and defeat. We can see these crosses that come up in a bar here. I almost feel like someone will want to stop you from doing something. It could have something to do with the Death card, which is major endings. But in regard to a work sense, I feel as though this could be a person. This person, or if you're signing some sort of paperwork, it's almost like there'll be an error. A message will pop up and say, I'm sorry, this can't be processed, or you are not authorized to do this. You do not have the jurisdiction to do this. Or there's a block of some sort. There's a block, a sudden block, a sudden, not so much a fork in the road, but like a stop in the road for whatever it is that you're working towards. It could be finances. If you're asking for finances to fund a business or a creative pursuit, there might be a block on the amount of finances they're allowed to lend, or you might not be credible or eligible to borrow a specific amount, maybe with finances. Or it could be income that's coming in. As I said, again, it's like a roller coaster. There'll be periods of income, there'll be periods, you'll go through quite a good period of income, and then it will go down. Up and down, especially if you're in sales or you have your own business and you're tracking productivity and net profits, gross profits, margins, etc. I feel this will somehow impact. Because remember, not all is what it seems with the Nine of Pentacles. But I feel the good period will be followed by an obstacle, or by a bad period, possibly in terms of income and sales for the month. Let's have a look at two more cards for general messages. The Knave of Swords. Knave of Swords is communication. It's a message, charisma. In this particular deck, it's we see him lacking a little bit of direction. He is a scribe. He does write things down. So there's it's either a legal document or it's an important document regarding finances or marriage or collaborations or estates that you'll have to fill out. But I see you hesitating and not being sure how to fill this document out. So you might have to consult someone. It could be something to do with the Ten of Swords in career, or it could be you're communicating with a loved one in your relationships, but you're not sure how to write this message. There's a lack of Like there's too many things you want to say and you don't know how to condense and synthesize it in a way that's appropriate, or in a way that you find will be diplomatic maybe. But there is messages coming in. Could be messages from loved ones, from people from your past. Messages from people that are married, could be friends, or messages of marriage. Messages from financial institutions, from the bank as well. The Three of Pentacles, beautiful. The Three of Pentacles is the glory of Horus. It's accolades, advantage, glory. You will be praised for something and you will love it, Leo. You will just absorb it right up. It could be a person, again, earth energy with the Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, but this person will really praise you. It could be in career, it could be in love, but it's glory. It's you'll just feel happy, you'll feel high. It could be a lot of compliments. It could be a merit, it could be an award, a recognition, a recommendation, but it will be extremely positive. Extremely positive. You could be showered with money. It could be a bonus, an incentive of some kind, but you'll be very well revered for it. I see you either being placed on a pedestal for it, or a lot of people congratulating you maybe, but it's quite strong and good. It shows success. So beautiful reading, Leo.